Hey everyone, it's Nelson Miller here with PA Creative, and today I have something a little bit different. You know how Divi has the custom CSS box there in the theme options, and that's great for adding all of our little code snippets and things, but it's kind of short, and it's really awkward to try to edit code in there. So I'm going to show you how to increase the height of that to whatever you want. So you can make it as tall as you want. We are going to be using a child theme, which I've included here, and a little bit of PHP code and some CSS. But don't be afraid, I show you exactly how to do it in this video and on the blog post, so let's get started. So I guess by now you've figured out that we like to do tutorials that solve problems. So we use Divi all the time, and we encounter things and we see things that other people are asking for, and we like to solve those pain points. And one of those has been around since February of 2018, and that's with the Divi code editor when they came out with the syntax highlighting and all of that. The CSS box is really not very tall, and it's so annoying. I'm always scrolling through there looking so intently. You can get like, I don't know how many lines it is, 17 lines at a time. And so you're seeing here my before and after of what we're going to do in this tutorial. So I'm going to walk you through a live example. We're going to need a child theme. At first I thought we could do this with just CSS. I was playing around with it, but because it's like, this is like part of like the core Divi theme, we're actually going to have to modify some of the core code. But don't be afraid, I'm going to walk you through it. If this is something that bothers you with how tall this is, then you're going to love this. So first of all, we actually need to have a child theme. Now, if you already have a child theme installed, you're going to be okay. You're a step ahead, and if you don't, that's okay. If you already have one, you're going to need to go to your FTP or your hosting account file manager, or you can even use a WordPress plugin. In fact, here, this one here, in fact, this would apply. We're actually going to use this in our example. It's called just File Manager. I really like it. It works great. You can access all of your files and manage them right from your WordPress dashboard. Okay, so there you go. That's what we're going to be using. I have it linked in the tutorial. If you're watching this on YouTube, you're definitely going to need my blog post open in another tab. Okay, so the other thing is the child theme. If you don't have one, you're going to need to download one. You can get ours here. It includes a style.css, functions.php, and the screenshot. So we're going to be adding onto that. So go ahead and download that if you don't have one. And if you already have one, you're going to need, like I said, access to the files, okay? So what we actually need to do is we need to copy some stuff from the Divi parent theme, all right? And we're going to copy what's called, the ePanel folder, and then the CSS folder inside that, and then the ePanel.css file inside that. We're going to copy that from the main parent theme. All right, so first of all, let's make sure we have our child theme. I don't have one here in my demo. All right, so let's go ahead. If you don't have one, go ahead and click Add New. Like I said, you can download ours, click Add New, and then Upload Theme, and then grab that theme from wherever you saved it. Okay, click on Install Now, and this works just like when you're adding a theme, like the Divi theme. Go ahead and activate it. And again, we're adding a child theme to the parent theme. So we're adding on some additional customizations. And now when we update Divi in the future, we won't have to worry about it being overridden. All right, so like I was saying, I use this plugin called File Manager. And let's go there. It's really great. And I just got done saying also about copying that file from Divi. So what we actually have to do is go in here. Now this is a little tedious, so be very careful. But just follow directions and you'll be fine. So when you look under your WP content folder, okay, when you look under that, you'll find themes. Okay, let's go to themes. Okay, so now look, I have, as you saw, I had Divi and Extra installed, and now you see my new one that I just installed, but that's okay. We need to go into Divi, okay, and go in here to where it says ePanel. And then under there, CSS. And then here it says panel.css, okay? I might have called it ePanel earlier, but it's panel.css. So let's go and copy this, okay? So we're going to click copy. Now, very carefully, go back to your other, your other theme, your child theme. So go in here again, WP content, themes, and then your child theme. Okay, so here's where it gets fun. We need to recreate some of those folders. So let's go ahead. I can right click here and say new folder, and we'll call this ePanel. Okay, and it's just a blank folder. Let's go into ePanel, make a new folder, and call this CSS. You see what we're doing? We're copying the structure that was in Divi. Go into this. Now, right click and paste. So you'll remember that we copied that panel.css file, okay? So now we've recreated this structure inside our child theme. So it's our child theme, then ePanel, CSS, and then panel.css. Okay, so now let's go back to our tutorial. And again, I said the wrong thing. I got to take that E out of there. Let's go ahead and copy this CSS snippet from our tutorial. Let's copy that, go back into here, and we're going to right click on here, go to code editor. And this is using that plugin again. You could do this in FTP or your other file managers, or even on your local site. Scroll to the bottom of the file. Okay. So again, we're inside this panel.css in our child theme and paste in that snippet. Okay, we're making it, we want it to be 800 pixels high. Okay, and you could adjust that. Okay, save that. Now, the thing is, it will not be completely working right now. We need to go back into another section of our child theme called the functions.php file. And this file you could actually access under Appearance and Theme Editor. But while we're in here, let's just use this. Go here to Code Editor. Okay, so this is the code from my child theme. And here you can say you can add custom functions below this line. Great, we would like to do that. But we need to grab our custom function. So back here on our tutorial, copy this code. It's this PHP code that we're putting into our child theme functions.php. Paste that in there and save and close. Okay, so we're telling that CSS that we added to work only on our Divi theme options page. Let's go to Divi theme options, and more than likely we're going to have to clear the cache, and that's fine. See, when we scroll down here, oh, it actually worked. I didn't have to clear the cache. Okay, still, you'll probably have to clear the cache. If you do what I just did, if you follow those steps and you come here and it's not tall, don't freak out or anything. You can clear the cache. So you can go up here to Chrome and say more tools, clear browsing data, and then clear the cache. You could also do a hard refresh. I'm on Windows, so it's Control R. And it's like Command R on Mac, so you just force refresh it, and you could do that a couple times and you'll get this. So there we go. Now we have all kind of room here to play around with our code, and we can make this as tall as we want. But I think the 800 pixels was just about perfect. Okay, so that's how you increase the height of the Divi Theme Options custom CSS box. If you thought that was pretty cool, if you guys are using that, please share, comment, please like, subscribe, and share this around. I know I say that, but the reason I say to subscribe is because this is the kind of tutorial we do all the time. We do tutorials that no one else is doing, and honestly, we've been doing like 2 or 3 a week, and we plan, like we have like 30 planned ahead. All right, so that's the kind of thing you would get. So be sure to join us. Let me know what kind of feedback you have, and we'll see you guys in the next video.